Hello, this is the Harbinger, this is Wingspan on Steam, and this is our opening hand. So let's just see what we have here. Not too much I am crazy about here. Zebrafinch kind of gives points every now and then, but it's hard to make work in. It's hard to make work with because you're really reliant on what your opponent's doing, and not something I'm really eager about having early. Eurasian J is better when I'm playing with 5 people, and we are playing with 5 people this time, so maybe we can have this guy, but it basically just gets us points, and we're not really crazy about that either. Black Red Start could be okay since we have it from the first round, and we already want to build a little bit of birds in a single row. Don't know how much value we will get out of this, but I think it's one of the better birds we have available to us, and maybe we just take this guy and nothing else. He's also okay for the final round in goal, and yeah, a lot of these other birds are just not good for the early game. Song Sparrow can kind of work, but it really falls off late, and it's not worth any points, so it's basically a waste to pick up and play, I think. So out of these guys, I think Breeding Manager is hard to get the proper value on. It's like, yeah, you take the Song Sparrow since it has 4 egg slots, or 5, but it's just, okay, then again it gets to be worth 1 point more, and it's not really good enough. So I'm gonna go with Cartographer here, just so we can maybe find the 2 or 4 birds that are correct for that, and we are happy. In that case, Eurasian Jay and Australian Zebrafinch are slightly higher, but yeah, I don't like them from the early game, so I'm not going to take this. I'm going to just do this. And before we're choosing foods entirely, I'm going to just have a slight look in the tray here to see if there's something we can care about. And I think if we spend the first turn just picking up the Ruddy Duck, we can get a lot of card search value out of this guy, and we can also pick up the Plains Wanderer since it's a cartography bird. So I like an opener here. I don't like the utter lack of good cards for us in the opening hand, but it is what it is. And I'm not really sure we're gonna play the Red Start for the first end of round, because we are really limited in the amount of food we're getting if we are to play out the Red Duck and to play with this guy. Then we have almost no food left to play whatever we want to play in the forest to get more food. So maybe we shouldn't take the Plains Wanderer as well, but I think this guy is going to be good for us long term, so I'm going to spend the Nectar to pick up both of these here. Savis Warbler is a really nice card. It gives us additional card advantage. I hope somebody else takes it, plays it, and gives us a lot of cards, because we are currently at 5 players, and there's a large chance that somebody takes this guy. And we kind of already have the same effect in the Red Duck, so yeah. So here we need to look through a lot of cards. We can find something that gives us additional food, or at least is playable in the forest with any amount of early game advantage, or else we are gonna be pretty poor in this game here, unless the opponents are giving us tons of resources, but it doesn't seem like they currently are doing that. I'd love to also take the lesser frigate bird with us, but we kind of need to know that we are getting some kind of long-term advantage before that. Australian Ibis is great, cartography bird, that gives us points every turn, goes very well both in the grasslands and in the wetlands. Bobolink, okay. Eastern Phoebe, we can play that in the forest and take additional food. That's okay. And the Pygmy Nuthatch also, it's actually a good card for us because we are drawing additional cards, and getting additional cards is an okay way to, and disposing of additional cards to the Pygmy Nuthatch is an okay way to spend these additional cards and trade it in for a different resource while also gaining points. Really happy about this pickup. I think we're gonna do the Eastern Field first because we just need to. I just really want to get the Black Red Start online ASAP. So playing out this guy first, then we can get some foods, play the Black Red Start, maybe get some eggs, and maybe also afford to play one more bird. I think it's going to be a little bit hard to get everything we want going here. But if somebody else has a hummingbird or something, maybe we can get a tiny bit lucky here. So there, like silvery eye gives us another nectar. That's huge. So that basically means we almost have enough to play the red start already, and maybe we can play the red start eggs into the Australian ibis because of the food we already have here. So we need one of these guys. Sadly, we don't need either of these. They could go as a random for the ibis, so I'm just gonna take a rodent here in case we can also get random cards from the opponent and also get another one of these wormy worms. There's also something to be said about playing the ibis first instead of playing the red start first. Playing the ibis first causes us to get another point every time we go to here. Okay, we get lots of options there. Okay. Puffin and Woodstork are great for getting additional bonus cards. They're also high value birds. Puffin, of course, is better. Food is a non-issue in Oceania, so I'd love to take the Puffin. White-throated Swift is another way to get rid of additional cards for good value in the grasslands. And if we take the White-throated Swift here, we certainly can do a game where we don't care about the red start anyway, and just go for a very heated high value grasslands game. I don't dislike the idea of that. We are getting additional cards, which is great. But the Puffin is such a great bird. But we don't really care about the Puffin for any of it. We don't care about the Star Nest for the rounding goals. So I'm gonna take the White-throated Swift here, and maybe we discard the red start value idea and go for a high profile grasslands thing. But we can also go for a White-throated Swift, activate it once, and then play the red start, and also build on with the ibis later. It's not impossible. I still like the idea of getting the value from this guy, but then we don't need the value from this guy. I do like the White-throated Swift early. It's gonna be a value machine for us. We can spend all of these cards we don't really need to it. I'm gonna prioritize the Pigment Nuthatch over the Crossbill since it doesn't give food to everybody else, and that's something I value. We can also get more points for taking cards to this guy, and we do get the excess cards both from here and from that Warbler player. So let's for now just do this. We are planning to play another bird in here. Tuck the Crossbill to you. No. Give egg to you. Or maybe we should have played the Nuthatch. We need to play this guy to get the value from this guy. Derpy derp. And then we can play the ibis early next turn. Build out the grasslands even more. Yeah, I like where we are at. So there was the playtest of Asia this Easter, and I played it a lot. I'm really looking forward to the full release of Asia. Which reminds me, I need to turn down the game music just a tiny bit. Yeah, it's supposed to come out this summer, so we still have quite a little left with the Oceania before we need to pivot off that. But I'm really looking forward to play the entire Asia game here. Oh, that guy got 3 birds in the same habitat. That means we are getting no points there. We weren't really counting on that. But it's still also a shame to not win those. Bonelli's Eagle, Blue's Hornbill, hello. Also Ryebill with so many discarded bonus cards could have been really interesting, but it's not really something we can play around with when we aren't getting the option to pick it. 3 cards, yes and thank you. Carrion Crow, okay. So we're gonna get 3 turns of activations from you. But we do need to check if any of the opponents have proper amounts of predators played before we're gonna do that. So this guy has 1. Maybe he also took the Bonellis. This guy also has 1. So yeah, currently I don't think playing this guy is worth it, but we have to pay attention when it gets closer to later. Okay, Ibis out here, or do we play out? I think maybe we should play out the nuthatch first, so we can get more value for getting more food later. Yeah, we don't have the correct food for that, so we are spending the same amount of food anyway. Yeah, then we go Ibis first, I think. And we need to make sure we can have at least 2 sets of eggs, so we can get 3 eggs in the grasslands by having no eggs left here. So I think we are gonna have a good chance of getting this guy to work. Okay, let's take some more stuff here. I like the idea of Bell's Vireo to just give us some more bonus cards to work towards. We are already just 1 away from Cartographer, so and the Planeswalker is gonna be the 3rd one, so we just need 1 more. So yeah, let's pick up the Bell's Vireo and the 2 more cards we can use to for the stuff. Sandhill Crane is actually a 4th Cartography bird, and it's a great one to put in the grasslands. And the Barn Swallow is also a great card to put into the grasslands here. Maybe we're just gonna go for a full grasslands thing here. We can't take the Plains Wanderer through that anymore. If you're also gonna put both of these guys here, but I think it's gonna be worth it just because it's such a high profile grasslands game with 1, 2, 3, 4 eggs every time we go down here. We get some more cards, and then we get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points in activation. That's too good to pass up. I think that's gonna be the game plan. Also requires us to get loads and loads of grains off here, and so every grain we're gonna get is going to be utilized to activate the crane. And we also need nectars, and we need a worm for you. But yeah, that's gonna be we are gonna be swimming in points pretty soon, I think. That also means you are probably not going in the grasslands. You probably weren't going there in the first place, but yeah. Okay, cool. 1 more free food and we can play the crane. American Robin, you're a little bit too late, or maybe you're not too late. Maybe you actually are just in time to be American Robin instead of a Barn Swallow. Main difference is you're a star nest and you're a bowl nest. I don't think that makes any difference for us. So let's play you out for the worm here, and the 2 of these eggs. And we need one more food that's not a grain, so we can play in the Sandhill train. Worst case, we'll just we will just take some more food manually here. We don't mind another nectar actually, and we'll take another grain. Get some more worms. Play the sandhill crane, and no, we need more eggs. Yeah, okay. So, so we're not gonna be able to get enough stuff to have stuff on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, we're gonna get the black-red start thing going. Yeah, okay. Let's sack a worm, and the goal is to do something like this. Then we sack the we don't need the plains wanderer anymore. We sack you to draw another card, Hawkfinch. Okay. Then we're gonna do that, and we are gonna keep the roseate spoonbill, I think. And then once more we are... Yeah, we're sacking the barn, so we don't need that anymore. And then we are laying an egg on the eastern Thebe, I guess. Because we're gonna get 5 eggs from the black-red start on the round end before the sets of eggs kicks in, so we're gonna be great for that. And we're gonna be in a decent position to also just put grains into this guy as well. I think we are in a... Oh no, we're gonna overshoot with nectars. No. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Eat 1 egg here and 1 egg there. Tied for most here. Shame we can't get better than that. It's just the way it is. Losing a nectar here, it's also horrible, and we win the round and won. Woo! Okay, now we have a beast of an action-based habitat here, but I think we also want to play out stuff like the roseate spoonbill to find more bonus cards we can play out the bells for Rio to get more stuff. Do we do this? I think we do. Just get more nectars, I think. We are gonna run out of egg space, so we do want to spend eggs to draw more cards, so we can go here and put them back into the engine. We also want to have more habitats that needs that has spare egg space and stuff. Also, we forgot to check if it makes sense to play the carrion crow. You have 1 bird, you have 1 bird, you have 1 bird, and you probably don't have too many either. Yeah, so the carrion crow is probably not going to be played this game by me, but that's fine. I'll take the 2 nectars available here when they are available, and I think I'm going to utilize that to play the roseate spoonbill and the bells for Rio, just to find out what more we are wanting to do. I guess the carrion crow is another bird for the final round and goal, but yeah, I think the bells for Rio and the roseate spoonbill are good enough for that. And yeah, let's do this. 3 nectars, eat this egg, and ooh, columns or matching a pairs of trio of nests. So birds only living in the forest. I don't think we're gonna play enough of those. So, yeah, let's just take this thing. It already gives us points, and we're gonna play the bells for here. We're gonna get 2 more points, and I guess we can try to find more of these correct for final round and gold birds as well. It's not the worst thing to be doing, so yeah. Maybe we should eat eggs out of this habitat rather than eating eggs out of here. We are kind of relying to... I don't know if we can spend enough of these eggs by just playing birds. Yeah. So maybe it's more correct to eat your egg. Birds that eat fish, it's 3 points. We can't get more than 3 points in Per Manager, but we can get more than 3 points from Fisher Manager. So let's take that. And rate fish-eating birds slightly higher than we usually would. Then I think we are taking the plunge, trying to find more cards we actually care about. We care about playing here, and let's try to remove eggs from the middle here. Maybe we can get some. Maybe we can get eggs laid in that habitat for the final thing here. Goldeneye is another fish eater. I don't care for the ability. Let's look for more stuff. Black Swan is usually great, but I think we are gonna run out of egg space on these birds, depending on what. Since I really want to run through the grasslands a few times towards the end game, so I don't think it's gonna be good for us this time. And then we're gonna take some more stuff. Not the greatest birds for us here. Can we afford to spend one more turn drawing cards? There's 7 turns left in the game. We should. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards left. We should be spending cards. We should be spending 1 card every turn. You're also getting cards from this guy, so we should not. We should not spend more turns drawing cards. We should spend cards. We can spend cards by chucking them here. We can spend cards by getting access to more food. And I think just now we should spend it to get more food if there are grains available, which there are not. Let's go here and just take eggs this time. Put eggs into the forest. And just go down here a little bit, try to find stuff we care about. Tree. Ibis, can you give us stuff we care about? I guess Ruby Crown Kinglet is a way to cheat out a little bit more egg space. And then we're going to take gold. And then we're laying eggs in the grasslands, I guess, because we need eggs left here. Okay, so we need to spend a card here. We need to prepare for what we're gonna play here. Play Ruby Crown Kinglet into the. Oh, it's so bad options. Into the tree. We would be doing that just for additional egg space and for. Neither options are really appealing. I guess we could do it into the nuthatch. It's also a way to spend cards every turn. These are also another one for the last round in gold. We could play you with the food you're picking up here. Yes, okay. You're also just 1 point less than the tree. And you're costing 2 food less, which I think is great. Sheldeck is never getting played, so let's just sack that, pick you up. Don't be stupid and take nectar. So let's take the grains instead. And get a worm here. We can use the worm and the rodent to play out these two, mainly to spend eggs out of the grasslands and to get egg space to here. Activate you, give eggs over there. And now we also have some food left in supply for the round and gold here, which we are tied in winning. Okay. Bald eagle could be okay. We don't have the food for it though. We could do Crown Kinglet, Brooding Hawk, go 1 time through here, maybe pick up the Bald Eagle through one of the trips through here. Yeah, we probably should do that. We aren't crazy about picking up food right now, so let's do this. Then we spend eggs over here. Tuck 2. Sack to 3 to pick up the bald eagle. Look at some cards here. I guess House Wren gives us even more egg space, so we can keep that. And sack to carrion crow to lay eggs on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We spent one. Yeah, we spent lots of eggs here. Yeah. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. And we can go, and then we can go through here, get 4 foods, which is great. I don't think we do need to do this. We would get more nectars to spend in the forest, though. I guess 2 nectars isn't enough to make a difference. Yeah, skip. So now we do House Wren. Eat these eggs into the Ruby Crunching it for a grain this time. Eat eggs. Then Broad-winged Hawk. Eat egg. And now we have lots of more egg space in the forest. Yes. We did need the egg space anyway, so doing this is okay. Then the question is it better to play the bald eagle or just to activate here twice? And the thing is, going down, we could also just get enough. We only have 1 grain, so we can't do this indefinitely and get 2 points from the sandhill crane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can guaranteed get 8 points from here. Bald eagle is a 7-point play, so spending time to set up the bald eagle is just completely irrelevant. There's also a thing, we're going to run out of egg capacity in the forest, so also going here too many times loses us 5 points on the red start. So I think the first one here is we definitely do this. Then we do that. Then we definitely do this. Definitely do that. Do this. We definitely tuck. And we tuck another card to lay another egg. That's just, we're always doing that. Now the question is, do we do this 2 more times? And I think the answer to that is yes, we probably do. At least we do it 1 more time to fill out the forest. If we miraculously get enough stuff to play the bald eagle, we can still do that. And I think there's a realistic chance we can do that, or we could just take a grain here. Because we're still getting 1, 2, 3, 4. So getting this nectar, we have the chance to also maybe steal the 2nd place in nectar here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a guaranteed 8 here, so it's 16 if we go here twice. If we go here once and play the bald eagle by eating an egg here, it's 8, 15, 20 points, since you also get the 3 eggs this time. But we can also take the grain here and get more tucks on the train. How are we doing for this round and goal? We are currently winning this round and goal, and we are getting 2 more in the end. I think we try to get try to get the bald eagle going here, just because it's the highest value outcome for us. Tuck it, and tuck this guy to put another egg into you. Yes. Okay. If we get another nectar from the silvery eye or from the frigate bird, we can play the bald eagle, and then it would have been the correct choice. If we don't do that, then we should have gotten grain last time and spent it to the sandhill train. Yeah. Laying eggs here is an 8-point move. It loses us 5 points from this from just going here. Playing the Great Blue Heron is a 3-point move that gets us 5 more free points over here. So it's like equal. Ah, that's shucks. It doesn't help Fishery Manager either. Does it help Site Select? It does help Site Selection Expert actually. So playing the Great Blue Heron is actually better. It also gets us more nectar here. Yeah. Weird final play. Really weird final play. But since we do get 5 eggs for here, only if it's completely empty of eggs, this is the better play. Would have loved to be able to play the bald eagle instead, but yeah, we can't do what we can't do here. We do also win the. We do also look to be winning the 2nd place in the nectar here. And let's take those final 5 eggs. Okay, I think we piloted this okay. Not too crazy about how that final turn went. Would have been loved to play the bald eagle instead of the Great Blue Heron into nothing, but this still was the better play here. Weirdly enough. And yeah, let's see how the points are tallying up for this one. And please let me know if you prefer the shorter videos where I go one-on-one, or if you also like these where we are playing 4 AIs. They take a little bit longer time since the opponents are doing a lot more stuff. So I hope they are also enjoyable here. And let's see here. I don't like being this much behind. We do have some eggs, but I didn't really know if we were going to catch up there, and that's always a little bit scary. But it looks like we are taking this one home. 118 points. Not too crazy, not too bad either, but certainly we should have been getting a little bit more points since we had the red star from the opening hand, and we were getting quite a few resources from the opponents. But the red start were actually a little bit of an anti-synergy for us, because we had this beautiful setup in the grasslands that we hesitated to use because of the 3 points we would be getting from the red start. And the thing is, we could have done this once or twice more than we did, but if we had had any other bird than the red start, that would also have been the sensible thing to do. But since this guy only gives us these 5 points here, if there are no eggs here, we are wasting. It's that opportunity cost. Do you want to do 2 8-point actions that are gonna give you 16 points, or are you going to do 1 8-point actions giving you 8 points and play this guy that gives you 4 points but also gives you 2 more points here? So that's 6 points, and also gives you these 5 points for free afterwards, actually turning out to be 11 points. So yeah, it's a weird play to play the Great Blue Heron into nothing, but I think it was the correct play here. Would have loved to get more stuff for the bald eagle, and of course, if we hadn't taken that nectar, we couldn't have won this thing here. We could have taken the grain instead to get 2 more get 2 more tucks to the sandhill crane instead. So there are different ways that that gambling could have gone, and I didn't really take into account that we could cycle cards to the robin when I made that decision. So we could also have looked at the birds in the tray and see if either of those were something we were comfortable playing for 2 foods, but we lucked out and got a really great blue heron here. Weird final play, but that's the way it is. Thanks for watching. This has been a Harbinger, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.